Jason, the queue for expansion. 40 devices needed for Monday. Yeah? How long is it going to take you?
Probably the weekend.
The whole weekend?
Yeah, 3 hours per device. Install the OS, the apps, VPN, bit of testing.
We need to fix that process.
That's what I've been saying since February.
I tell you what, we'll sort that out in Q3.
Neil, it's October.
Jason, you're good at this. You'll be all right. Hello?
If Neil is your boss, or maybe you are Neil, then this video is for you. Because the way most teams are onboarding Windows devices right now is costing them time they don't have on a process that doesn't have to work this way. So whether you're in enterprise IT, maybe managing a new department rollout, an office expansion, a seasonal hire wave, or a merger integration, or maybe you're an MSP doing the same for your customers, the problem is identical and the fix is the same. In this video, I'm going to show you what a proper Windows onboarding looks like in Intune, what good actually means, how Autopilot works, and how to get a device from the box to a user's hands without anyone in IT touching it. I once walked into an IT room at a large manufacturing company, and there was a guy, and his whole job every day was building laptops. Just laptops. All day. Unboxing devices, installing Windows, working through a checklist of applications, securing the device. Hours and hours of work in repetition every single day. And nobody in that business had ever questioned it because it had always been that way. The engineer wasn't doing anything wrong. He was doing exactly what the business needed him to do. The problem was that no one had ever shown them there was a better way. And the cost of that in one person's entire working week, every week, was just quietly being absorbed. Now, of course, that's the extreme version, but I see a smaller version of it everywhere. Teams spending hours per device on a process that doesn't have to work this way. The fix is Autopilot, and I'm going to show you how it works. I've seen this transformation in real global businesses. Teams spread across different locations, most of them home-based. There's nobody sitting in the same office waiting for IT to hand them a laptop. So what used to happen? A device would arrive at a central location. An engineer would build it, box it back up, and ship it on. That's days lost before the user even had it in their hands. What happens now? Well, the laptop ships directly to wherever that person is. Maybe their home, a remote office, anywhere in the world. They open the box, they power it on, they sign in with their Microsoft credentials, and Intune does the rest. Configuration profiles, required apps, your baseline settings, all deployed automatically in the background, while the user just gets started. There is no engineer involved. There's no waiting. There's no shipping it back because something wasn't configured right. And it's not just about saving IT time. It changes that first day experience for the user. Open the box, sign in, and you're looking at a device that feels like it was built for work. No setup confusion, no waiting on IT, no back and forth. That is a meaningful difference, especially for a new starter or someone joining a remote team. So how does it all work? Well, you set up the configuration you want devices to receive during provisioning. So the apps, the policies, the baseline settings. When the user logs in at the out-of-box experience, the device reaches out to your tenant. It pulls that configuration and it sets itself up automatically. You can also work with your hardware vendor or distributor to register the device's hardware at the point of purchase. This unlocks additional features like pre-provisioning and a white glove deployment. That's what this remote provisioning flow actually looks like at scale. And Autopilot is what makes it all possible. There's one thing worth knowing before you set all this up. There are two Autopilot solutions and they're built for different situations. The original Autopilot gives you control before the user ever signs in. It supports hybrid or Entra ID environments. It includes scenarios like shared devices and white glove deployments where IT provisions the device before it reaches the user. If you need strict control and flexibility for a diverse set of use cases, the original Autopilot is the right solution for you. And then there's Autopilot device preparation, the newest solution. It's faster and it's simpler. There's no hardware registration required. You simply set up the configuration you want, and when the user goes through the out-of-box experience, the critical configuration is deployed before they even reach the desktop. The rest continues in the background after the user signs in. So this solution is cloud only. There's less ceremony and it's usable sooner. If you're new to Autopilot or your environment is cloud only, this is where you should start. Now, I've seen teams get this wrong in both directions. The most common mistake is companies with a simple cloud-only environment. Then they get themselves into hardware hash collection and pre-provisioning workflows. This is complexity they don't need and they didn't ask for. So if you're cloud-only and Entra joined, Autopilot device preparation was built for exactly your situation. So the decision is pretty straightforward. Cloud only and speed matters. Choose Autopilot device preparation. If you're hybrid or you need control before first signing, the original Autopilot. Or maybe you're not sure. Well, start with Autopilot device preparation. It is much easier to add control later than to unpick an over-engineered original Autopilot setup that no one on the team actually fully understands. And of course, the choice matters beyond just logistics. Your onboarding flow is where the device first enters your zero trust posture. Verified identity and managed device state and policy-based access from the moment it connects. That foundation is what everything else in this video series is going to be built on. The moment a device enrolls, Intune starts pushing whatever you've assigned to it. Configuration profiles, apps, your baseline settings. Now think of configuration profiles as your standard made real. This is the settings that every managed device should have. And these settings are enforced automatically at enrollment and they're persistent from that point on. So two things that I always recommend. The first is config refresh. By default, Intune applies policies at enrollment and then resyncs them on a schedule. But that window can be hours. In the meantime, a user, or maybe malware, can change a setting locally and it stays changed until the next sync. So config refresh closes that gap. Every 30 minutes, Windows checks its policies and it snaps any drift back into place automatically. So your standard stays your standard. And the second example is OneDrive known folder move. This silently redirects a user's desktop, documents, and pictures into OneDrive at enrollment. There's no prompt, there's no setup wizard, there's no user action needed. From the moment they sign in, their files are being backed up to the cloud. So if that device is lost, stolen, or simply needs replacing, the data is already safe. They don't even know it's happening. Now, there's a security layer on top of all we've discussed today. There's conditional access, compliance policies, defender configuration. We'll discuss all that in future episodes. But the point for onboarding is that by the time a device reaches the user, you're already in control. You're not catching up. If this is further along than where you are right now, here's the sequence I would follow. First, check whether your Windows devices are actually enrolled in Intune. Devices outside of Intune are outside your management posture entirely. Second, get your required apps assigned in Intune and make sure that Autopilot is configured to wait for them before the device is handed to the user. The most common first-day failure is often not a misconfigured policy. It's a device that looks ready but is missing the apps that the person needs to do the job. Third, pick your Autopilot solution using the framework I've given you today and build your deployment profile in Intune. If you choose the original Autopilot, check whether your hardware vendor supports device registration at the point of purchase. That is what unlocks pre-provisioning. And fourth, make sure that you've got configuration profiles assigned so something actually happens when a device enrolls. So enrolled with no profiles applied is managed in name only. Now, one thing before we close, and it connects directly back to what we've just built. The same tool that onboarded those devices handles the exit too. So when someone leaves or a device is lost or stolen, you can trigger a remote wipe from the Intune console. That is a full factory reset. Your corporate data is gone. Device is wiped and it's ready to be deployed to the next person immediately without you even touching the hardware. Now, if the device is personally owned, so BYOD, there's a softer option called Retire, which removes just the corporate data and apps, and it leaves the user's personal data fully intact. There's no chasing hardware, there's no lingering access, and there's no data left behind. And that is what a clean exit looks like. And it only works this cleanly because the device was properly managed from day one.
Neil, the Q4 expansion. 40 devices, yeah? All done.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. And nobody had to come in this weekend.
How do you manage that?
Autopilot.
Good, yeah. That's what I'm going to suggest.
You said Q3.
I said sort it out, and you did. Oh, anyway, Jason. Oh, can you look at the printer in meeting room 4? Yeah. Hello, Neil speaking.
So in the next video in this series, we're going to talk about getting secure. So that's conditional access. It's compliance policies. And it's what a properly hardened Windows environment looks like from day one. That is where the onboarding foundation that you've just built gets its teeth. So drop any questions in the comments, especially on the Autopilot solution decision. I read every one. Like and subscribe to this channel if this video was useful. I'll see you again soon.